The Seattle Seahawks hit the road for Week 8 as they get set to take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are off to a rough start this season, sitting at 1-6, including 5 straight losses.
Going back on the road again. We've had pretty good success on the road so far with the games we've had, and it sets up really just another opportunity to get out there. The big trip, we'll leave on Friday, and try to make the most of it, get cranked up and ready to play another good football game. There's a lot of familiarity here, as you know, and so that always makes it interesting when you're trying to game plan and all that. They know us and we know them, and so it makes for a really good, interesting preparation.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to roll. Excited about this week going on the road. We've been playing well on the road, so we're excited about it, and try to have a great week of practice and try to execute this week. So I'm ready to roll.
Veteran QB Matt Ryan leads the second best passing offense in the league and is tied for the most touchdowns with 15 alongside Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. However, Ryan did suffer an ankle injury in Atlanta's last outing, forcing him to miss much of practice throughout the week. If he's unable to go, backup QB Matt Schaub would step in.
He's one of those guys that you just never count out. Offensively, we have about 3 of them. He, Alex Mack, our center, and Julio, they've just proven, to me through the last 5 years that if there's a chance they go, then they're down for it and they're ready. Their pain tolerance and ability to play with things are just so high. So we won't know today, but I know he's doing everything he can to play. And if we can get going with tomorrow and moving around some and into Friday, I think we'd have a better chance. But unless he can, move and do the things that makes Matt unique, then he won't be able to. But at this point, he definitely, thinks there's, opportunity for him to give it a go.
The offense, and then if the quarterback has been around for a while, he's got some film somewhere that we can certainly find out where he is. But, Shaw's been around for a while, so I think that, he's got some good film out there, and I think we have a good feel for what's going on.
The Falcons' run game sits down near the bottom of the league. Tevin Coleman, who led the team in rushing yards last year, went to the 49ers in the offseason. Two-time Pro Bowl selection Devonta Freeman is coming off a season-ending injury in 2018. Freeman has been active in the passing game with 3 receiving touchdowns and leads the team in rushing yards.
The running game has been pretty sound. They don't shy away from it. They run straight at you. It's been the same way for years. We can lock in and, we can do our job to help stop that.
On the defensive side of the ball, the Falcons have given up a lot of points, with their opponents averaging nearly 32 points per game, which is second most in the league. But the Seahawks have a lot of respect for Atlanta, especially with the defensive-minded coach like Dan Quinn.
Jarrett's probably one of the top 3 techniques we've seen this year. He's really, really good, explosive athlete, very, very hard to determine where he's going to go. He's always moving and slanting and angling. Both edge rushers, McKinley and Beasley, are really good players. And again, if there's a more athletic inside linebacker than 45, Jones, he can match up against pretty much anybody. They put him on receivers, they put him on tight ends, they put him on running backs. He's really athletic. So very talented group.
The Falcons are just a few years removed from their Super Bowl appearance and have an impressive talent pool, making their 1-6 record a little shocking. So the Seahawks are not taking them lightly.
Definitely a little surprising. I think it's one of those teams that you can't take lightly. You can't look at the record and think that that's what it is. The way that DQ is, the way that he gets the guys prepared. They're gonna come out, they're gonna fight. They're at home, and so they're going to want to come in and make sure, they get their season going on the right foot. We don't want to be the team that helped them do that. So, I wouldn't necessarily pay attention to the record. You have to pay attention to, who's the coach over there, and we got a lot of respect for him, and we know how he's going to get his guys ready. And we'll be ready too.
Taking a quick look at the Seahawks, the team has added more talent to the secondary, recently acquiring safety Quandre Diggs in a trade with the Detroit Lions. Diggs is coming off his best season yet, starting all 16 games for the Lions, making 78 tackles along with 3 interceptions, including a pick 6.
The nature of his play, this is the kind of player that everybody respects because he plays so hard and he hits so hard and he goes for it. And I'm sure that what I can tell is that he would win any team over just because of his play style. So I'm thrilled to add him, because he is a runner and a hitter. I'm sure our guys will see that in him too.
Well, Seattle was disappointed with their home loss to the Ravens this past weekend and are looking to bounce back against Atlanta. Since the start of the 2012 season, or the Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner era, if you'd like to call it, the team is 29-7 following a loss. Seattle is hoping to build on that positive trend this weekend.
I think our ability to move forward through all the great moments and some of the tough ones and tough losses or whatever, I think it's because of our consistency and our approach. I think that every game, we always say this, but every game we really view it as a championship game and championship preparation. And no matter how well it goes or how tough it is, we still have that same approach the next week. And so we leave it behind. We focus on the next moment. That's the fun part about this game. And that's the great part about being with each other, because you do everything for each other.
Well, the Seahawks are also 3-0 on the road this year. Well, make sure you set those alarms because it's an early kickoff at 10 a.m. Pacific. You can watch it live on Q13 Fox, or as always, listen to it on the Seahawks Radio Network.